First here at 5 o'clock, new details on what life is like for Randy Cox.
You may recall he's the man who was paralyzed in June from the chest down in New Haven police custody. The video is very hard to watch as officers then dragged him into a prison cell.
Let's go to Channel 3's Dylan Fearon. He is live in New Haven with more on what Cox's attorney said today and how Cox is doing now. Dylan.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. We spoke to Randy Cox's attorney, Jack O'Donnell, today. He said Randy Cox is still in a rehab facility. He's still recovering, but things are very painful for him, very emotional, very dehumanizing with that video that's very hard to watch and maybe disturbing to some, but he's trying to improve. You have to imagine he's paralyzed from the chest down. He can't use his arms or his legs. And this morning, the 5 officers charged in this case were in court for the first time.
He wants to hold these police officers accountable. What they did was pretty terrible and inhumane.
Can you move at all?
I can't move. I can't feel it.
Sit up!
It's been nearly 6 months since Randy Cox was tossed around a police transport van and dragged into a holding cell.
He's perfectly fine.
But Cox was the opposite, now paralyzed from the chest down. One of his attorneys, Jack O'Donnell, is updating us on Cox's condition and what life's like inside a rehab facility. The 5 cops charged in his case appeared in court for the first time today, charged with reckless endangerment and cruelty.
He wants them to know how they took a perfectly healthy young man and turned him into someone who has no use of his arms or legs.
O'Donnell says Cox is working hard to improve, but it's an emotional and painful situation. Cox was handcuffed in the police van with no seatbelt on. When the driver of the van slammed on the brakes to avoid a crash, Cox flew headfirst into the back of the van.
There's complications, bed sores, and just having people feed you and clean you is pretty dehumanizing. The rehab facility is lacking a lot of the equipment that he should be engaged with, and it's a slow process.
The Cox family was shocked when the officers were charged with misdemeanors, not felonies. Their court appearance today was short, in and out in 5 minutes before ducking the press, leaving the courthouse through the side door, jumping in a car and driving off.
He was very disappointed, and he would like to see them, even though they're not felonies, punished to the fullest extent of the law.
The 5 officers will be back in court on January 11th. Jack O'Donnell hopes that Randy Cox can be there. We're live in New Haven tonight. I'm Dylan Fearon, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.